course, your family and this family who have invited all of us to be here. Um, Uncle Ram, Auntie G, on her birthday. And we want to wish you a happy birthday. May I ask Bhagwan to bless you and may all your desires be fulfilled. And I want to thank all of you for taking the time to be here. Our Kirtan group, please give everybody a big round of applause. So we want to thank our Vyasji for today's pravachan also. I'm pretty sure we are in for a good treat. I want to just chant this mantra to Master Saraswati to bless him so that he'll continue to do what all the great job he is doing in this dharma and to share his knowledge to more and more around the world. Om Saraswatyai Namo Nityam Bhadrakale Namo Namaha Veera Veeranta Veeranga Vidyasthane Dhyaivacha Yakunda Indu Tushara Dhavala Yashubhrabhasra Vruta Ya Veena Varadanda Manditakara Ya Sweta Padmasana Ya Brahma Juta Shankara Prabhitvi Divyai Saravandita Samavatu Saraswati Bhagavati Nisheshajadyapa 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 Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Saraswati Mata Ki Jai Shri Ramchandra Bhagwan Ki Jai Vyas Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you.
प्रेम से बोलो सीतारामचंद्र भगवान की, उमापति महादेव की, सतगुरु महाराज की, सनातन धर्म की. To our respectful chairwoman, I didn't acknowledge her the last 2 nights, but to our respectful chairwoman, Brittany, our reverend pundits, our sponsors of this yajna, Mataji and Pitaji, their children, their family, the executives of this mandir, our puja pandit, our Gandharvas, and each and every one of you. This morning, my Shatkuti Kuti Pranam, mentally I bow and touch the feet of each and every one of you once again for joining with us, for extending the opportunity and allowing and permitting this yajna to be one not only of a success, but indeed one in its celebratory nature that touches the lives of all of us. Thank you very much. This morning, my dear brothers and sisters, as we begin, I pay tribute to the ancestry, to my father, my late Aja, to the great gurus. This morning, I pay tribute and I touch the feet of my dear mother, who is seated here, giving her blessings. And most of all, I pay respect to those, especially my Dharmapatni and my children, who are here in support of me. With that being said, let us all close our eyes. Today, we're not just here for Ramayana Yajna. Today, we're just not here for puja. Today, we're not just here to listen to bhajans. But today, as we begin, in mind, we're here to celebrate someone's special's birthday. A mother, a matriarch, a beloved, a person of great character, great moral, great value. Mataji, give her a round of applause. Mataji, from the bottom of our hearts, not only am I wishing you a very happy birthday, but I'm wishing you a very blessed birthday. And the blessing that I ask is that your devotion, your love, your bhav for worshipping the feet of Bhagwan, may that bhav be bestowed upon your children, your grandchildren, your generations to come. So that every time they touch the feet of Bhagwan, not only will Bhagwan feel you, but you will as well receive the blessing as them. May you and your legacy live on for generations to come. Happy, happy birthday. And you know they say, I told Uncle Ram this outside. When it's the wife's birthday, it's what? The husband's birthday as well. Because without husband, there's no wife, and without wife, there's no husband, right? But thank you, Uncle Ram, for standing by her side. Thank you for being there, as well as a great strength and support. Together, undoubtedly, you two represent what a mother and father should be in today's society. You represent the nature in which a mother should raise their children. A round of applause. With that being said, this morning let us all clasp our hands, close our eyes, sit upright as we join in the final session of this yajna. We ask Bhagwan once again, bowing to the feet of Sri Ganapati Baba, that, O Prabhu Dev, you have granted us this opportunity. You have opened nothing more than this moment right now for our minds, our hearts to grasp. Bhagwan Ganapati, as we surrender to your feet again and again in prostrations, today, O Lord, as our mind is at your feet, bless that mind with wisdom. Bless that mind so that it does not make the same mistakes again. Bless that mind so the doorways are always open to Dharma, to what is righteous. Bless that mind so it destroys and burns away the agony. Bhagwan Ganapati, there is no scripture, there is no puja, there is no bidhi where you as a Bhagwan should not be bowed to. Prabhu Dev, as we surrender this morning, as we prepare to listen to the Katha of Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram and Ma Siti, O Ganapati Baba, may you bless us. Om Hari Om Hari Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah Sri Guru Charana Kamlabhyo Namah Aing Saraswati Namah Govindaye Namo Namah Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabham Nirviganam Kurmi Deva Sarvakarekshu Sarvadam Lambodhar Namastubhyam Satatang Modakapri Nirviganam Kurmi Deva Sarvakarekshu Sarvanam. We bow to the feet of Ma Devi Saraswati. We have not only presented ourselves in this shrine this morning, Uma, but this morning, O Devi, for the last 3 sessions, whether it be in person, whether it be to the streams of social media, Ma, knowledge, Gyan has been one that is accessible. This morning, O Ma Devi, be the message of Bhagwan that is being not only displayed and echoed, but Ma, be the message of our scriptures, be embedded in our mind. When a thought comes to the mind, may it verify with our shastras and our scriptures. When an action is to be displayed, may the Vedas govern our action. And most of all, when a word is to be said, not only may truth be the basis and the foundation of that word, but Ma Devi, may knowledge and intellect drive it. Saraswati Mata Drishtava Veena Pustakadarini Hangsavagini Samarura Vidyadanu Karu Mama As we bow to the feet of Gayatri Devi Ma. Gayatri Ma, known as the Universal Maya. Gayatri Ma, known as a form of not only support and strength, but known as the very core of intellect. This morning, O Ma Devi Gayatri, as we surrender in this Ravivar, as a family, as a community, and most of all, as your child, we chant your Gayatri mantra together, everyone. Om Bhura Bhuvaswa Tat Saviturvarenyam Dhyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhura
Bhuvaswa तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्
Om Bhura Bhuvaswa Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodaya. As we bow to Bhagwan Surya, and as we bow to the Navgraha Dev, this morning we ask that, O Surya Adi Navgraha, whatever we are facing in the world today, Prabhu, whatever may be the malefic tendencies of our lives, created by our own actions, Hey Surya Adi Navgraha, we surrender to you in not only asking for forgiveness, but asking for the strength not to make the same mistake again. O Bhagwan Surya, day by day you rise, moment after moment you shine, and not one day do you fail or discriminate. Bhagwan Surya, may the discrimination of the mind be balanced, and may our actions shine just as you. We bow. Brahma Murari, Stripuvantukari, Banu Sasibu, Guru Shukra, Shani Rahu Ketu, Sarve Graha Shanti Kara, Kurvantu Sarve Mamasu Prabhatam. Adideva Namastubhyam, Prasiddha Mama Bhaskara, Divakar Namastubhyam, Prabhakar Namastute. Bhaskaraya cha vidmahi, Divakaraya dhimahi, Tanno Surya Prachodhayat. We bow to the feet of Maryana Purushottam, Sri Ramachandra. Apadam Paharitaram, Dataram Sarvasampadam, Lokabhiramam Sri Ramam, Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyam. Ram Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanani. We bow to the feet finally of Sri Mahadev and Sri Mahadevi Parvati. From the initiation of this yajna, it is the very question of Parvati Devi and the conversation between Parvati and Bhagwan Shankar that has led us to this moment. This morning, O Mahadev, Hey Kailash Parvat Bholinath Baba, Hey Aaj Shakti Jagat Janani Maya, as we bow to you, and today, as the Sampurna of this yajna takes place, Mahadev, may the words that you echo to the Devi Parvati, may we be the Parvati this morning in this mandir. May the teachings that you grant, may we take them as Parvati. And may that, the doubt in the mind of Parvati Devi that is being cleared, may our fears and doubts be cleared equally. Hey Mahadev, hey Kailash Parvat Bholinath Baba, we bow to you. Om Namah Shivaya. Everyone.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Karpur Gauram, everyone. Karunavataram, Sansar Saram,
Bhujagendrharam.
Sada Vasantam, Hridayarvinde.
Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami.
Bhavam Bhavani.
Sahitam Namami.
Om Namah Shivaya. Everyone.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Namaste, Namaste, Vivu Vishwamurti. Namaste, Namaste, Chidananda Murti. Namaste, Namaste, Tapayoga Gamyam. Namaste, Namaste.
Shruti Jnanagamyam.
Jayanti Mangala Kali. Bhadrakali.
Kapalini.
Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri. Swaha Sudha.
Namaste.
Sarvamangal Mangali. Sive Sarvat Sadhiki. Sharani Trayambiki Gauri.
Narayane Namostute.
Reverence to all Gurus. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Everyone.
Gurudevo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Akanda Mandalakaram. Vyaptam Yena Charachara. Tatpadam Darishitam Yena. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Dhyanamulam Gurumurti. Pujamulam Guru Padam. Mantramulam Guru Vakyam. Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. Pavan Sut Hanuman ki jai. Sab santan ki jai jai. प्रेम से बोलो सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की सनातन धर्म की. This morning, my dear brothers and sisters, once again, on behalf of our Shrota, our sponsors, our Yakkarta, I welcome each and every one of you to this, our final session, our Sampur of our 3-day Ramayana Yajna. This morning, a special welcome as well to no stranger to my family and myself, and no stranger to our community, Uncle Rakesh ji. Give him a round of applause. He's a voice that can transform any situation and any setting into one that's devotional and one that's felt. And Uncle Rakesh ji, we thank you for what you're doing. And we thank Mata ji for being with you as well. And of course, your daughter as well, who's traveled very short to be here with us, because she's in the Orlando area, or Melbourne area, correct? Thank you so much. This morning, my dear brothers and sisters, we continue with our katha from last night. Those of you that were here last night, we remember we looked at Lava Kushkand, as Goswami Tulsidas ji would have titled it, or the Uttarakand of Valmiki Ramayana. Where now we have set our scene where Valmiki ji and Sita Devi now are speaking. And Sita Devi has now commanded in this scene after the battle of Love Kush Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Satruhan, and Hanumanji being captive, she now speaks to her sons for the first time in nothing more than the presence of them, saying that, "O love and Kush, Sat Hanumanji free." We saw upon asking love and Kush to set Hanumanji free that, my dear brothers and sisters, by the grace of Bhagwan, Sri Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Satruhan, they awoken from their unconscious state. And Bhagwan Sri Ram opened his eyes in great joy, in great solace, knowing what? That for the first time, not only is he meeting his two sons, but that the two that conquered him were two of his own lineage. We saw last night that Hanumanji wasn't conquered, but that Hanumanji did what, children? That Hanumanji used the nature of perception, used the analytical mind when he was now sent to see who these two brothers were, these do bhai that were fighting and that was standing by the ashram of Valmiki ji. He went and he used the analytical mind. He used perception to see what? That these two boys weren't two ordinary boys. These two children weren't two ordinary children, but they shine just as Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram and Sita Devi Ma. Upon awakening, we saw that Valmiki ji and Sita Devi now, they sat together. And who did they call? They called upon Mahadev, they called upon Bhagwan Brahma, they called upon Bhagwan Surya, Lava Kusha Katha Sakala Muni Baki, Shiva Biranji Suraja Karisaki. They call them to be witnesses to what? The explanation now, the memory, that of the katha, the conversation of whom? The sons of Sri Ram and Sita Devi, Love and Kush. You know when katha is being told this morning, when katha is being expressed, when katha is being experienced, when katha is being propagated, not only are the devotees, the yagkarta, the pandits, the gandharvas, not only those on social media are the ones that are listening, but when yagya is being one that is presented, that's why Bedi Puja is done. The devatas and the devis as well come as witness not only to what the Vyas is presenting, but to those listening, the nature of them receiving our katha. That is why it is told when we're in settings of such, when we're at tirths of such, when we're in ashrams of such, we sit and we close our eyes and we listen to the name of Bhagwan. Because just as we are witnessing the katha unfold, Bhagwan is witnessing how we are listening to his katha, isn't it? Just when a child is to retell a story and a parent is to listen, or a child is to sit there and do a presentation as a teacher witnesses, Bhagwan is our teacher and we are the child. In the same nature, Valmiki was going to give the love and Kush katha, but who did he summons? Bhagwan Brahma, Bhagwan Surya, and Bhagwan Shiva. In our simple understanding, Surya is who? Narayan. This morning, Brahma Dev is there, Bhagwan Surya is there, and Mahadev is there. And Valmiki now is recounting all that Love and Kush has experienced and gone through. Upon doing so, Lakshman, Lakshman, he wanted now, through the direction, to go touch the feet of Sita Devi Ma. Because Lakshman was the one, as we saw on Friday evening, that was commanded by Bhagwan Sri Ram to exile Sita Devi Ma and to drop Sita Devi Ma near the ashram of Valmiki and come back with an empty chariot. And we saw on Friday night cause and effect, right? The cause of us sitting here is something great that this family has done. Maybe that same 7-day yajna as a young girl that you experienced and you had that feeling and that longing for. Maybe that was the cause. And today, this is the effect. We saw that the cause of Sita Ma having to go to exile or having to be one that was again removed from the kingdom, one who was placed away from the kingdom by Bhagwan Sri Ram, was that of two birds that sang the name of Sri Ram in Sita's youth that drawed her and grasped her. To that, nothing more than capturing one and causing separation of one in family way from another. And the shrap of the spouse, the husband, as we would say, of that female bird that was captured, the shrap upon his last breath said, I will come back and separate you. There's so many elements of our katha this morning. Love and Kush Khan, or Love and Kush, the katha is being told by Valmiki. Lakshman, he goes now to touch the feet of Janaki Maya. But before doing so, he summons. And Bhagwan Sri Ram now, he's hurting. He's hurting to see Sita Devi away from him for so many years. He's hurting to see his wife, his Dharampatni, away from the kingdom. He's hurting as a husband, not being able to protect his wife. And now especially he's hurting because what? His two sons have been revealed to him. He's holding on to his two sons. Remember last night? A bhajan, or a song I should have asked Uncle Rakesh to sing because I know he's known for it. तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीपक हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन. When he saw his sons, when he was awakened from the unconscious state, he grabbed onto them and held onto them dearer than life. He grabbed onto them and held onto them dearer than his Raj Dharam. This morning, he's hurting. Because how is he supposed to bring his two sons back to the city of Ayodhya, to the kingdom of Ayodhya, without their mother? What kind of example as a father would he set? So summoning his brother Lakshman, he says, I know you're going to touch the feet of Ma Siti. And just as Lakshman was longing for his mother, you know, Lakshman made a statement on Friday evening. You all remember? What was the statement? Bhagwan Sri Ram, how can you send Sita away? For I love the feet of Sita Ma and the dust of her feet as I love my mother's, or even more. Lakshman was going to touch the feet of Sita Ma. And you know what Sri Ram recognized for the first time? He recognized what he did to Lakshman. Because he's saying, if love and Kush cannot survive in the kingdom, or cannot be brought back to the kingdom without a mother, what have I done to Lakshman all these years by sending away his mother? Isn't it? You know, this morning to begin, you know, when couples fight, when a husband and wife have a dispute, today in society, the likelihood of someone giving them advice to stay strong and to stay together is very rare, isn't it? If she do you so, time to leave. You see, she, don't watch her, you know what she's saying in her mind and she'll tell you. And she'll say it put upon you. Or on the opposite, you see he have no good in him, In the mandirs too, not this mandir, right? You all are great in this mandir. I know Pandit Raj and Pandit Shukla would never ever teach you all that, right? Or tolerate that. But in the most holiest of places, you'll see that people will tell them after listening to the Katha of God, right? And God is witnessing this, right? And the puja is done and Jai Jaikar is done and you've taken your prasad. While you're eating the Mohan Bhog that has been offered to the feet of God, you see, he's not good. You stay away from him. The way he watched me, I feel my heart broke. Today in society, it's very rare to keep a couple together. But Lakshman, he stayed quiet. Because remember on Friday night, Lakshman was told not to in any way to respond or to come back in any manner with words to Bhagwan Sri Ram or to Raja Ram, because it was a king that was telling him what to do. And he should not question the king. This morning, that same king and that same brother is witnessing the hurt and understanding the hurt now of what the son of Ayodhya, Lakshman, and his brother, the son who's regarded Sita as his mother, what he went through this entire time while Sita was exiled. He says, Lakshman, please go to the feet of Ma Sita. Tata bachana mama manahu bai, siyasana sapata lehu tumajai, Lakshmana jaya shisha siya nava, Kushal kahi bahubidhi samujava. Go, go to the feet of Sita Devi Ma, and please, when you reckon with her, speak to her, plead with her, beg of her as a son to go and do what? Who all remembers from last night? To do what, Hema? Hema said to have lunch with her. To do what, Dave? Dave said I was supposed to join Hema with lunch. To do what? To do what, Brittany? I'm sorry? To ask for forgiveness, but as well to ask her to come back to the city of Ayodhya. Thank you, Damien, for helping her. But to ask her to come back to Ayodhya and to ask her to do what? To take the test of fidelity once again. To take the test of fidelity once again. Har ichha siya manu asubhava sesha sahasa pani sesha sahita pani ani dikava. Jaya Sabhamahi, Janaka Dulari, Satya Rupa Asa Giryam Uchari. To go and show that you're pure, to go and show that you're truthful. Take the test of where once again your fidelity is proven to the world. You've proven it to me. You know, Sri Ram, like I said last night, asked her to prove it. Not asked her to prove it, but Sita Devi wanted to prove it after the battle of Ravan, and Ravan was defeated and she was acquired again. She was rescued. Sita Devi said, I want to prove my purity to you, O Shri Ram. And she did what? The Agni Pariksha. Now let me ask you a question today, this morning. Who are we supposed to prove ourselves to? Miss Ariana, who are you supposed to prove yourself to? Is that the only person? Or is that the only instance that you prove yourself? What do you say, Pandit Ishwarji? I'm sorry? The world? You think we must prove ourselves to the world? Babaji, you have 80% of the audience saying no. Jai Shri Ram. As Pandits, he's right. We prove ourselves to the world. Mataji, who do we prove ourselves to? To ourselves and who else? To God. The person we should put our effort into proving ourselves to is God. You know, when people date for the first time, when a boy and a girl date, let me be very clear. When a boy and a girl date for the first time, the boy would go and get new clothes or get the best of his clothes, right, Dave? He did that for you, right? Where is she? He did that for you, right? And the girl would now go and put on the best of clothes and the best of makeup and the best of everything. And the boy would come with a rose, right? You went with rose, right? And he rang the doorbell. And as the door opens, he has the rose on one knee waiting for her. I didn't do that, my knees aren't good. But not using Dave. But let's use reality and scenarios today. And then a few weeks would go by and they would have the period of lust. They would have the period of harmony. And then one day, one of them says something to the other. And the real expression of them is being displayed, isn't it? And when the real expression of them is being displayed, one is trying to prove themselves to the other is trying to prove themselves. But now when the real them is being proven, guess what happens? Tears, fight, hurt, discrimination. One is taking out what one is feeling and blaming the other, while the other is receiving it and feeling it and taking it back on that person. True, right? Uncle said when he dated before Auntie. No, I'm joking. But with that being said, when the person rings the doorbell with the rose, right, you think they're the greatest. You think greater than Bhagwan has rung your doorbell. And when that girl walks out the door, you think something shining brighter than Lakshmi came. And while she put on the makeup for the breakup. And while you're giving her the flower, you say, "Ek fool for ek fool." You see, my dear brothers and sisters, this is who we try to prove ourselves. 8 pool for 8 fool, isn't it? Because who's the fool? Is the girl the fool? Absolutely. Is the boy the fool? Yes. Because you know what? From the get-go, their relationship never started truthful. That's why long ago when families made matches, people are against matchmaking. But long ago when families made matches, they made matches based on what? Kundali and what else? He said the Gana Gata Baite. But you know what else? They also placed it on the way their family values aligned. Isn't it? If you grow your child with a certain identity and a certain value and morale, and you grow your daughter with an equal, what do you think will happen when those situations arise? What will happen? When the bride and the groom met under the mandap for the first time, when they're seeing each other, and the bride would have a patmori, right? And the groom would have the mao. Trust me, I had the ones with the flowers. My eyes, those flowers make your eyes burn. People said, "Oh, Panditji crying, is Dulahin coming?" I said, "Yes, I'm crying. My eyes are burning me, but my Dulahin is coming." And for the first time, they move the patmori, the flowers of the patmori. Guess what? Is then you meet who you're marrying. And you know what? There's no judgment, there's no discrimination, because you know what? What the elders have done, said for you and put in place for you, you don't question. And you know what? The falling in love state takes place from that day. You learn about each other, you know each other, you learn to cope with each other, you figure out each other, and guess what? Marriage lasts for years and years until death do apart. Today, before the wedding even comes, the breakup takes place. Isn't it? Before the wedding even takes place, when the kuch kuch hota hai happens, right? Dil to pagal hai. You all understand that one? Good. When I say me baad and baad, nobody knows what that means. But dil to pagal hai, Jai Bhagwan. But you all understand that, right? In the same nature, going back to our katha today, we must prove ourselves only to God, and prove ourselves to ourselves, and prove ourselves to our earthly gods, and prove ourselves to our gurus, and prove ourselves to those that are responsible in our upbringing. What are we proving? We're proving that what they taught us, what they have bestowed upon us, what they have put into our lives, we are making something great of it, isn't it? Tonight, this morning rather, Mataji, her mother, where's Nani? Nani is there. Nani is looking at her daughter, looking at her, I would say son, not son-in-law, looking at her grandchildren, looking at her great-grandchildren, looking at her great-great-grandchildren. You know what she's thinking? What do you think she's thinking? Me and Papa make a good match. She's sitting there proud. They're proving themselves to God, they're proving themselves to themselves, and they're proving themselves to the ones that had a hand in their upbringing. Isn't it? In life, we prove ourselves to ourselves and God. Lakshman, he asks, Sri Ram wants you to once again prove to the world that you are your fidelity. He wants to show the world that you're pure. And Sita Devi, she's listening to the device because, Lakshman is saying it so sweet. He's saying it so sweetly. And Sita Devi says, you know what, I'll go with your idea. But, she says, there's a step first that I must do. And last night, you all remember, what was the first thing she did? Sharan mein aaye, he hum tumhare, daya karo he, dayalu Bhagavan. Everyone? Sharan mein aaye, शरण में आए कि हम तुम्हारे संभालो भिखरी Dasharamani. When anyone in life, and this morning we're celebrating, birthday, of course. Every year we become accomplished. But when anyone in life asks you your accomplishments, the only thing you have to say to them is, my accomplishment is another day. When anyone asks you to prove yourself, say, by the grace of God, I'm here. That's enough proof. Sita Devi, last night, she said, you know what, Lakshman, I agree with you, but I'm going to bow to the feet of the king of serpents. I'm going to bow to the one whose foot is placed upon Sheshnag and brings that Sheshnag to a balance. Who is that? Bhagwan Narayan. And without his grace and kripa, then, and then only, with his grace and kripa, I will do what is next. शरण में आए हे हम तुम्हारे दया करो है दया करो है ओ दया करो है Oh Prabhudev, have mercy upon me. Bhagwan, as I come to your feet, she says, please grant me permission. Please give me your blessing. What took place next, where we left off last night? Mana vacha karma bina bhagavana sapani purusha na jau ana. I read this verbatim last night from our scripture. Sita Devi received the blessing of of Narayan and of Sheshnag. And now Sita Devi is saying, she's saying to everyone present, that if never in thought and word and deed I have ever permitted myself, even in a dream, to dwell on any other person but my Lord, O Mother Earth, listen, let me abide in your lap. In other words, she makes a statement now. And remember last night I said, Bhagwan Vishnu and Mother Earth's relationship is one that's very unique. Without the blessings of Mother Earth, no matter what we do, our puja cannot be complete. As a matter of fact, our puja cannot start. Our day cannot start. She said, Ma, if I'm impure in any way, if I have done anything in a discerning matter, in a manner, O Ma, that I have violated the rules and principles of being a Dharam Patni, if I violated the rules as one who's pure, as I violated the rules as a young girl, and as I violated the promises made from my family to the Raghukul lineage, Ma Devi, then don't take me. But if I haven't done so, please come let me sit in your lap. Another point this morning I want to make. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, marriages happen, right? The Pandits will tell you this. Bhawar, Kanyadhan. Then there comes now to the vows, the Sat Vachan. Excuse me, and the Bad Vachan. And you know, we all say, yes, jihad, 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 and then after jihad, we forget everything. We say yeehaw. But you know, from the Kanyadan, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not just a promise that two families will unite. It's not a promise that just a daughter is being gifted, a daughter is being blessed from one home to another. It's a promise that the daughter that I'm blessing and that the son that's receiving will live in accordance with Dharma. Children, I want you to remember that. Isn't it? When your parents, as a daughter, is placing your hands in the hands of the groom, it's a promise not only that I'm gifting, and when we say gifting, I'm blessing. We're not giving away the daughter, we're blessing the home of another family with a light. And the person receiving the light as Bhagwan Vishnu, he's saying, I promise I will do what is righteous. And the family is saying, I promise my daughter will be one that's righteous. And then after that, yeehaw. Can I have something to drink? What happened? Your hand broke? I don't have to experience that with my wife. My wife is great to me. Sita Devi, she says this, and our katha this morning continues. The point I want to make, Sita Devi now, my dear brothers and sisters, she says this to Dariti Ma. And as Dariti Ma, Now listens to what Sita Devi says. Something, something takes place. Something that breaks the hearts of not only those at that moment, those of the age, but the ages to follow, especially today. Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jai Jai Rama Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jai Jai
Jai Rama,
Sri Rama Jaya
Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Rama Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
जब सीता असी गिर उचारी बिदरी भूमि सब बाबारी जब सीता असी गिरी उचारी बिदरी भूमि सब बाबारी बोलो श्री राम everyone
Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
श्री राम जय
Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
तामेते अति शुभ्र सुहायो तामेते अति शुभ्र सुहायो निर्मल सिंहासन प्रगटायो निर्मल सिंहासन प्रगटायो बोलो श्री राम
Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
ओ श्री राम जय
Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
ओ श्री राम जय राम
Jai Jai Rama.
Sita Devi said, Ma, if I've done anything impure, then don't show up. But Ma Devi, if I've stayed pure to what I've done, please, oh Ma, I'm asking you now. I'm asking you, please let me sit in your lap. You know, there's controversy when it comes to this katha. You know why? People say, why did Bhagwan Shri Ram allow Sita Devi to go back into the earth? Can a husband allow a wife to do something that's controlled by Bhagwan or Bhagavati Maya? For instance, in life, one day I'll close my eyes and take my last breath. Can my wife control that? Who said that? I heard somebody say your wife can contribute to it. Jai Bholenath. I think that's Anjani. But can your wife control that? One day, in reality, my wife will have to close her eyes and take her last breath. Maybe before me or maybe after me. Can my children or can I control that? Not at all. You see, what we say in this world and what we do, cause and effect. Remember, we began on this? And I'm going to bring it back into this morning's katha. Cause and effect. Sita May Devi, the cause is what? Her being asked to test her, to show her purity to the world again, and we all know that she's pure. Because if she wasn't pure, God in the form of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, or Brahma, Surya, and Shiva, wouldn't show up. So Sita Devi is saying, Ma, the cause, the hurt, the agony. Ma, if I did anything wrong, let me show the world my fidelity by asking to sit in your lap. Now, many people will tell the katha, the earth opened up, Sita sat and gone. But it didn't work in that manner. Nirmala Singhasana Pragata Ayu. Pragata Ayu. A Singhasan, the earth, a deafening sound took place. Something that was loud. Something that was loud and making a statement. A deafening sound took place, and an asan came up with Ma Devi Dhariti. But not any type of asan, not any type of asan, a Nirmala Singhasan. A throne appeared, something that was divine, that was studied. Something that was studied, you know, when we do Shiv Manas Puja, we close our eyes. Ratnaihi kalpitamachalam himachale. We ask what? Bhagwan, we place you in the mind. We ask that what? May you sit on a studded gem seat, because Bhagwan only sits on an asana of that nature. In the same nature, when Dharati Ma now opened the earth and when the asan came up, people think that just Dharati Ma came on a chair. No. Or that the earth opened and Sita fell in. No. Dharati Ma came on her throne. And Dharati Ma came on a throne that was so beautiful. Nirmala Singhasana Pragatayu. And when she came with tears in her eyes. Taku Saraparahi Kar Dharana Baite Visuddha Sab Jagataran. The earth said, Oh Janaki Maya aayengi na. Come, asan par bait lijiye. Come take a seat on this asan. Take a seat on my lap. Let me ask you a question today. How many of you ever wondered in Sanatana Dharma why we sit on the floor? You ever asked? Pandit Raj, did anybody ever ask why we have to sit on the floor? Have you ever all asked yourself why when we do or when we experience puja and satsang, why we sit on the floor? Respect. Respect is one. Bhagwan is above us, yes. But we sit on the lap of Dharti Ma. That when we come and we perform our puja, that Ma, let the agony of our life not come and infiltrate our mind for puja. We're not here to beg God for something. We're here to make a statement to God. You're not sitting there to perform and place tilak on God and cry to God because God already knows. God already knows. If God didn't know, we wouldn't be sitting here, isn't it? God already knows. Just as Sita Ma was being tested in this world. You know, I see Uncle Kenny looking at Auntie Sita. Not that Sita, you know. But he is tested good too. But just as Sita Ma is being tested, we sit on the earth that what the test is of our life. Ma Dariti, we sit in your lap. Please take away that ailment and suffering. As we sit, that is our statement. That is our statement. Think of that. When we take our asan, we sit there as a statement that Ma Dariti, take away our pain and suffering as we respect our Bhagwan. And do we do puja? Yes or no? This is something I want to correct in the community. Do we do puja? People say, oh, I'm going to do puja. You're going to do puja. Do you do puja? What do we do? Or what is? We experience puja, isn't it? Because if you're doing, it's mechanical. But if it's experiencing, right, Suran? What is it? It's divine. So if you experience the blessing sitting on the lap of Dhariti Ma, what would happen? The agonies of our life would be taken away. Sita Devi sat, and this morning, our final chaupai, she sat, and as she sat, Dhariti Ma spoke to the world. We join. When we all sit, when we all clap, when we all chant, when we all sing, we are in the lap of our mother doing this. Which mother doesn't want to see their child clap and sing? Think of that. If you sit in the lap of your mother, wherever you go, and this is not only for today, it's not only for Mataji's yagya or her birthday, it's anywhere you go, in your homes, in mandirs, in tirits, when you sit in her lap, and you shut the world out, the society out, and you clap and sing, Mother smiles. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Sahi Sutta Tuma. Oh, Sahi Sutta Tuma Dukha Ati Bhari. Chale ho Mama ho Sukari. Chale ho Mama ho Sukari. Sri Ram Jai Ram
Jai Jai
Sri Ram Jai Ram
Jai Ram
Oh Sri Ram Jai
Ram Jai Jai
those of you that have lost your mother, don't ever feel that your mother isn't here. What you're doing right now is sitting in the lap of your mother. Those of you that has lost your father, know that Bhagwan has placed you to sit in the lap of Ma while he holds her hand to walk you through life. Ma Devi Prithvi speaks, Sahi sutta tuma dukha ati bhari, chalahu loka mama hu sukari. For the first time, Devi Ma speaks now in this whole thing, this whole situation that is happening. She's saying in this Uttarakhand, as she speaks, she's saying, O Devi Sita, Sahi sutta tuma dukha ati bhari. Look at what you have incurred in suffering in this world. Look at the trauma, what society has given to you. Look, in other words, what pleasing others have done. Be attentive. Look at what others, don't worry about the children, they're dancing and enjoying the lap of their mother. Look at what others, pleasing others, have done in this world to you. Look at what the duty that people take on and the responsibility they take on for name, fame, wealth, gain. Look at what it has done for you. Ma Devi, you have suffered enough. You've suffered enough. Ma, you've suffered enough. Suffering now comes to an end. You know, many people cry when Sita Devi goes back into the earth. But friends, I'm going to tell you something. When that time comes in the world for us to leave, many people think that we're going to a place that will be more painful and hurtful. What you do is what you will get. And if you do righteous when you leave this world, where will you be? In righteousness. You know, itana tu karna swami, jab prana. You all know what this means, right? Govinda nama lekar, tab prana tansi nikali. Use not only our last breath, but use every breath of life to think and see the name of God. Chalahu loka mama ho sukari. Sita, enough. Come and sit on my lap. And Oma, come back to my realm. Come back to my realm. Love and Kush, they saw what was taking place. And as they saw what take place, my dear friends, for children that knew Sita their entire life and now met their father, the tears started running. Now mani hai udhar mera ka jab duniya mein aaya. Not only for 9 months did Sita carry them, but Sita carried them going through all the adversities of life, going through being put out of the kingdom and being placed somewhere where nothing was. Sarigi lagegi, char daru aur kar, stant dood pilaya, o maa, kaun kare. The tears started running from the child's eyes, just as a child would scream, Ma. A child would scream, Ma, Ma, please, oh Ma, please, oh Ma. But Sita Devi gave them strength. She raised her right hand and said, my children, God bless you. I left you better than what you entered this world in. Isn't it? Lakshman is dumbfounded. Sri Ram is speechless. Bharat and Satran don't know what is taking place. Even Brahma, Shiva, and Surya, they don't know. They couldn't express. Sita Devi is slowly descending into the earth. And you know what? While many people think this is sad, my dear friends, justice was given to Sita Ma. Justice. Sita Devi made a statement to the world that, you know what? No matter what you endure, God one day will come and place you on her lap or his lap. Just like Dhruva. Dhruva couldn't sit on his father's lap, not my son. But Dhruva couldn't sit on his father's lap. And his undivided dedication and determination, what took place? Narayan came and he sat on the lap of Bhagwan Vishnu. No matter what takes place in life, my dear friends, no matter what you go through, there will always be justice for what is righteous. This morning, as I conclude, I want to make one last point. Many people said Sita Devi was buried in the earth. There are three types of samadhi that the human body goes through. There's three types of samadhi. What Devi Ma went through is what we call Prithvi Samadhi or Bhu Samadhi. When we leave this world and our soul cast away the body, one of the avenues to be what we would say put this body or to place the body back where it goes is the samadhi of placing the body in the earth. You unite it with Dhariti Ma. We have that in which we call Jal Samadhi. You know what Jal Samadhi means? What is Jal Samadhi? This when we cast away our bodies offered into the Ganga. But the last one is called Agni Samadhi. You all know what Agni Samadhi is? It's when the body is placed into the fire. Sita Devi wasn't buried. Sita Devi wasn't gone, didn't go to a lower lok, to a patang. Sita Devi wasn't smudged or smushed, as many people would think, or as children would say. Sita Devi, her body would have gone to somewhere in which it came from. Because a question for you all this morning: who was Sita Devi Ma? She was a form of Lakshmi? But where did Sita Ma come from? So if she came from the earth and she went back to the earth, how can you all say, being born from the earth, she's someone great, and when she left this world through the earth, she was buried? She came from an identity, she walked that identity from what she came from, and she left with the same identity. We come from God. We walk this earth and we lose our innocence, including myself. Me so more than Panaganesh. Oh, I said that out loud, sorry. So you remember, think before you speak, eh? But we all lose our innocence, isn't it? And then one day we leave this world. We came innocent. We walk this world, but we change our nature. And when we leave this world, do we leave the way we want to leave? Let Sita Devi's katha not be a statement of her leaving the world, but a statement of justice. प्रेम से बोलो उमापति महादेव की, उमा सत सनातन धर्म की, शिव शंकर भगवान की. This morning, before I turn the microphone over back to our chairwoman, I want to pay my respects, especially to the sponsor of this yajna. Mataji, there was any way you could have celebrated this birthday. And there is resources at your hands that are never ending. But you chose to celebrate your birthday with someone that is vast and never ending. And Ma, thank you for choosing me and placing me here to be the one officiating this. Because many of you may think I've been given power. Many of you may be thinking, may think that I've given status. But I've been given a blessing. And I bow to the feet of both of you for making that decision. To our Puja Pandit Raj, he's such a humble person. He could do anything and everything when it comes to the name of God. Me speaking and listening to him from Ramayana in the park is sacrifice. Seeing him today and yesterday and the day before, in his undoubted nature of making sure that everything is done. And not only Pandit Raj, Pandit Shukla, and the executives of the Sri Jalaram Mandir. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for not only allowing me and affording me the opportunity, but sitting there and supporting me. Thank you so much. To our Gandharvas. First, before we go to the Gandharvas, to our photographer. You want to talk about patience? This man has patience. Because I tell you, my son, he knows my eldest son's name before he even knew my name. He will make sure that everything comes out. The memory is picture perfect. Thank you for capturing the moments of this yajna. To our sound engineer, without his cause, I wouldn't have this effect. Thank you. Thank you, Roshanji, for allowing and always, since I've been coming to Orlando, being the person to aid me in speaking, in satsang, in whatever way, in music, in keyboards, and not only him, but to Mataji Esther, for always being at my side in yajna and puja. To our Gandharvas, Hema, the wife of Dave, I'm joking, Dave, Suraj, who will sing a bhajan for us, my younger brother, Ajay. Is that Nitesh? Nitesh, Shivi. To this group of people, thank you for your undivided support, not only for the last 3 days, always. If it's a phone call, if it's a text, if it's a joke, if it's a satsang, thank you. And not only thank you for your undivided support, thank you for what you do for Sanatan Dharma in the community here. And what many people see on social media around the world, praising you and are grateful for what you do. Give them a round of applause. When people are before us and we get used to them, we don't appreciate them. But when people around the world see what they do, the appreciation goes so far. Thank you all. I'm letting you know your appreciation hasn't gotten forgotten. It hasn't gone missing. It's always there and will never be forgotten. Now, before I go to Uncle Rakesh, to Himaji, for the last 2 nights, and I hope today, Himaji has captured some pictures. Photography, Ji, please forgive me, of me and my pugri reading that I've never seen myself done before. Actually make me look good. Himaji, thank you so much. And not only me, but my children and my wife, thank you, Himaji. To D. Raja, or for me, Uncle Rakesh, give him a round of applause. Just as these individuals here that I spoke about sing, and we may get used to them, but the world looks at them and looks up to them. He sings. And whatever event he sings in, the world looks up to him. But today, the world looks at him as he sings to the feet of God. And Uncle Rakesh, thank you. Because it doesn't matter what bhajan you sing. Last night, Tere Dwar Kara Bhagwan almost made me cry. And this morning, this bhajan you sang, it has a very close place in my heart. It's not a form for me to speak of. But you make us as devotees feel like Bhagwan has touched us. Give him a round of applause once again. To my mother, to my wife, and to my 2 children, this wasn't easy. My mom left the mandir and her duties at the mandir. My wife picked my clothes and I had a fight with her and I still lost. And my 2 children, on a weekend, children can be playing. They can be with their friends. They could be with their family. They can be relaxing. But these 2, wherever I go, they always support me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. And last but not least, to you, the devotees of this area, coming from near and far rather, thank you. Thank you for not only sitting here and listening so attentively, but thank you for blessing me. If I've said anything this morning that may offend you, that may have been an error, that may have been wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I do hope whatever little I said this morning somehow, some way gives you a new vision of how to look at our scriptures. And most of all, to the young ones, I hope you appreciate and more so feel blessed in sitting upon Mother Earth. To our Purohits, I'll start with the most senior, Pandit Ganesh Ji. To Pandit Ganesh Ji, to my Mamu, to my brother, Pandit Drishan Ji, to Pandit Ishwar Ji, and most of all, to my big son. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you see this pagri? This morning was tied by Pandit Drishan and Pandit Ganesh Ji. And if you see the video of the pagri being tied, you wouldn't think the 2 of them are Pandits, including myself, the 3 of us. Jai Bolinath. But thank you all, from youth Pandit Ishwar, from youth my dear brother Ganesh, and of course Pandit Drishanji and my Mamu. They have contributed to who I am, and of course Pandit Rajji. Give them a round of applause. With that being said, thank you all. Thank you Bhagwan, thank you Ma Devi, and thank you to each and every one of you, even those on the live stream, for giving us your blessing. With that, Prem se bolo Sita Ramachandra ki. Happy birthday, Mataji. And of course, thank you to our chairwoman. Thank you to our chairwoman. Uncle Ram is the person that speaks in this family. But Brittany, you have taken the reins. I'm telling you that. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll turn it over to the chairwoman. Nina, to you.
Everyone, please give a warm round of applause for our Vyashji. Pandit Chris has been a part of our family for a very, very long time, and we had the honor of being under, the guidance of his grandfather, his Aja, and now we have the utmost honor to be under yours as well. So for the younger generation in the family, thank you. We look forward to all the pujas we have to come and all the prayers. We know that you're going to do so well for us. At this time, I wanted to call on an official from the Sri Jalaram Mandir, Dr. Taylor.
Namaste. Namaste to all of you. Welcome to Sri Jalaram Mandir. I'm so happy that everybody came in today. And thanks to by Ramlakhan and Mrs. Thelma. Thank you for arranging by Geeta ji, Kenny, Sita, Kumar, Marlene, and Anand. They all have done so much work to bring you all together over here today to celebrate Auntie's birthday, 70th birthday. Long live, and wish you all the best for the life. I want to say first, thank you, Pandit Krish, to come today over here from Fort Laredo and giving us a wonderful Sri Ramcharitmanas information. Thank you. I want to say our Panditji, Pandit Shukla and Pandit Raj, who have done all this, the arrangement. Thank you, Panditji, both of you. I want to say special thanks to Sita and Vish. I think she's hiding over there from the temple who have arranged everything over here. And in the back, Wendy and Rudy, who have prepared all the organization on the food. Thank you. And I want to say thank you, Rudradev and Roshan Bhai, right? Okay. Thank you for arranging all the musicians and all the volunteers from the family as well as the temple. I want to say thank you on behalf of Sri Jalaram Mandir. We have an upcoming function that's on June 7th. That's a Sunday, 9 to 12. We'll have our 15th anniversary. I would like to invite all of you, if you can come, take a part in puja and sit in a puja and enjoy the thing. That's on June 7th, 9 to 12. Also, Mandir is open every day. Pandit Shukla is also all the time over here. And every Thursday we'll have bhajans, and every Sunday, 9 to 12, we have a puja and satsang. You are all invited for that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to turn it back over to the musicians. So I'm going to turn it over to Suraj.
Let's give Suraj a round of applause. He's a very talented young man here in the local area. So, just to give you an update, there is tarpan being done, reverence being played now to the ancestors by the family. After Havan, Huma, Havan will be after Tarpan, Havan will be done. After Havan is done, there's last last item on the list, which is the Pustak Yatra, where the Ram Charitamanas will be walked around the mandir. And then afterwards, we'll have a final arti. We'll have a final vote of thanks, rather before the Pustak Yatra, final arti, and then afterwards, there are more events to come.
कबीरा जब हम पैदा हुए ना, जब हंसे हम रोए, ऐसी करनी कर चलो हम हंसे जग रोए। नी दा 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 रे रे दा 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 नी दा 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 रे रे दा 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 नी दा दा दा। चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी, झीनी रे झीनी, हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम रस भीनी। चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी, हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम रस भीने। झीनी रे झीनी, अस्त कबल का चरखा बनाया, 5 तत्व की पूरे। अस्त कमल का चरखा बनाया, 5 तत्व की पूने। 9-10 मास भुनन को लागे, 9-10 मास भुनन को लागे। मूरख मैली किनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी, हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम रस झीनी। चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी, ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामन ओधी, सुखदेव ने निर्मल की। ओ ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामन ओधी, सुखदेव ने निर्मल की। दास कबीर ने जतन से ओढ़ी, दास कबीर, दास कबीर, दास कबीर, ओ दास कबीर ने जतन से ओढ़ी। जो की त्यों धर धीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी, झीनी 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 झीनी। हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम, हे राम नाम रस भीनी रे झीनी रे झीनी। हे राम नाम, 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 हे राम नाम रस भीनी। बोलो राम जय जय राम बोलो राम जय जय राम हो बोलो राम जय जय राम 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 हो बोलो राम जय जय राम बोलो राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम बोलो राम जय जय राम बोलो राम जय जय राम बोलो राम जय जय 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 जीनी रे जीनी जीनी रे जीनी जीनी रे जीनी
जय रघुनंदना जय सिया राम जय रघुनंदना जय सिया राम हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम जय रघुनंदना जय सिया राम जय रघुनंदना जय सिया राम भ्राते भ्राते को हे परमेश्वरे भ्राते भ्राते को हे परमेश्वरे स्नेह तुम इस काला नर नारी के प्रेम की ज्योति जग में तुम्हें जला दे होने आके केवनहारे होने आके केवनहारे जपो में तुम्हारो नाम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम तुम्हें दया के सागर प्रभु जी तुम्हें दया के सागर प्रभु जी डुमही पालने हारे जय न तुम्ही से आया रे जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम। हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम, हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम। जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम। बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो 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 राम, जय जय राम, बोलो राम।
गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी, गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी, गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी। चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर, चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर, चलो मन गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी, गंगा जमुना गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी, 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 गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी। शीतल होत शरीर, चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर, चलो गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी, गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी, गंगा जमुना निर्मल पानी। चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर, चलो बंसी बजावट गावत कान्हा, बंसी बजावट, बंसी बजावट गावत कान्हा, बंसी बजावट गावत, बंसी बजावट, बंसी बजावट, बंसी बजावत गावत कान्हा संगल मन मन वीर चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर चलो चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर चलो मन चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर चलो मन मीरा के प्रभु मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर मीरा के प्रभु मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर चलो मन गंगा जमुना चलो मन गंगा जमुना तीर 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 चलो मन मोरा मुकुट पीतांबर सोहे 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 कुंडल अलकत तीर चलो मन गंगा जमुना 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 तीर केशव माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव गोविंद बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि 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 बोल 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 हरि 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 नाम प्रभु का है सुखकारी पाप कटेंगे जन्मे भारी नाम कपीले अमृत दो नाम कपीले गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 बोल 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 केशव माधव गोविंद बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 बोल बिलनिया हिलिया कनन कसाई नाम जपट से मुक्ति पाई बिलनिया हिलिया कनन कसाई नाम जपट से मुक्ति पाई तू विज्ञान तराजू तू विज्ञान तराजू केशव माधव गोविंद बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 बोल 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 केशव माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव गोविंद बोल गोविंद बोल गोविंद बोल गोविंद बोल गोविंद बोल केशव माधव गोविंद बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 हरि
Let's give Uncle Rakesh another round of applause. So this time, it's the moment that we all have been waiting for. The two individuals that have been silent for the last 3 days, it is time for them to speak. So let us all give a round of applause to the head of the families, this family, to the example of this community, to people that I dearly love, Uncle Ram and Mataji, Thelma.
Jai Sitaram. Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. I know I have friends from all different denominations here today. And I thank you all so very, very much to be a part of us in this celebrating of my beautiful wife, 70th birthday. Panditji, Jai Sitaram. To all our reverend Pandits here, I bow to you with love and devotion. Thank you for being so kind, so worthy of being a part of this process in our yagna. I have no hesitation to thank all of the people that were involved here. I felt like I've gotten 3 daughters here after I have attended this function, which is, what's her name? Sita is one, Takordin, and what is your name? Nanda. I felt like I have developed the love and the feeling of having three beautiful daughters adding to my family here. I need not let anyone realize how much I've enjoyed the Kirtan group. You all have been so wonderful. Your very presence here have made us feel so warm, so welcome. Just the music, the feeling of all that you have delivered to us have made us extremely special in our pujas. We felt like we are in a devotional concept in a hall that we are enjoying so divinely, so beautifully. To Pandit Raj, you have been an aspiration to our puja. You have given us the feeling, the love, the devotion, and the ability to enjoy all our pujas that you have done for the last 3 days. And we really, really do enjoy every little thing that you have done to make our feelings worthy of prayers. Pandit Chris, your sermon has, I'm sure, left a lot of people here, including myself, with a joy of taking something back with us in our homes and in our families. Because the reading of the chapters from the Bhagavad Gita was so renowned, so well informed. The Ramayana. And we enjoyed it so much. And I hope each and every one of you who have had the opportunity to share the joys and the happiness of being here with us. To my lovely, wonderful children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, all of you, when I studied and I thought of how you all were so cooperative, so genuinely, without any disrupt, without any arguments, without any feeling of uncertainty, the love, the kindness, the way you guys have treated us, that I can do another jog like this without any hesitation. Your love, your kindness, and your blessings have renowned our strength, our value, which we have taught you all as we all were growing up as children. And my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, I love you all so dearly. And as I've had the opportunity to sit here, me and my wife only, without any reservations, I have prayed as best as I could for the welfare, the happiness, and the joy of seeing all of you enjoy the fruit of a very, very happy, healthy, and successful future. You know, this day here has come where my wife and I sat many times to celebrate her 70th birthday. But besides our 70th birthday, while we were growing in our business venture and things were going right, she said to me a few years ago, she says, you know, dear, we have to do a puja, a good puja for what we have earned and what we have gained in this world. My children and I, we work very, very hard, very dedicated to what we did in our lives. And God has blessed us that we can safely say, if we ask God for one more thing, we'll be asking Him for one thing too much. We are very, very happy. We are very, very comfortable in our lives. And we thank God for His blessings. And to be able to do this puja, it was a very, very great venture for us. And it happened so smoothly because when you think of a yagna in the eyes of people, it is so much involved. But it's so much that was involved, with so many people that was involved that make it so easy, so comfortable, so happy of us. We are also blessed today to have my dear mother-in-law here. My mother-in-law, whom I have grown up to be like a little son for her. I was 3 years old when I was handed to her, and she was told in those era that you have to get a daughter to marry to him. And God has granted it, that we have been married, and in a few months we'll be celebrating 55 years of marriage. A marriage that had countless reservations. We had some real tough times, some good times, some very wonderful experiences, and we have enjoyed all of it to the extent where we can sit here honorably to tell all of you how wonderful our journey has been. Today, after many years, my wife was doing her prayers, and in her prayers, there was a family member that was pregnant. That was babes that was pregnant. And in her pregnancy, in the years before then, she was told when she became 30 years of age, there is going to be something that is going to be very negative to her. And that negativity, she was always fearful. So she was praying, she fasted all day on that 30th birthday. And incidentally, her cousin was pregnant. And in the midst of her prayers, her husband called upon her to say, Doll, as her name was called, baby is pregnant and she's heading to the hospital. And she immediately, not eating anything for the day, very fasting, she immediately responded to that child's birth. And today, we are fortunate to have him here. Ravin, happy birthday to you. May all the heavenly blessings continue to guide you and bless you and give you a very happy future. As whatever had happened that day, maybe it was returned for her kindness, to be of gratitude to her cousin, baby. And we are so happy to be here, to have him here as a part of our family to celebrate with us today. So now, it turns to the best part of my puja celebration. My dear, my love, my kind best friend, my best friend, my dear beloved wife. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva, Jai Ganesha Deva, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva, Jai Ganesha Deva. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shiva Shankara, Namami Shankara, Shiva Shankara Shambho. Jai Shiva Shankara, Namami Shankara, Shiva Shankara Shambho. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva Om. Jai Shiva Shiva, Jai Jai Shiva Om. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva Om. Jai Shiva Shiva, Jai Jai Shiva Om. गिरजापति कैलाशपति भव भय भंजक महायति गिरजापति कैलाशपति भव भय भंजक महायति तेरे गुण गाता हर रो तेरे गुण गाता हर रो जय शिव शिव जय जय शिव जय शिव जय शिव जय शिव जय शिव शिव जय जय शिव जय शिव शिव जय जय शिव To all of you here who have come from far and near, I thank you on behalf of my family for your kindness, your love, your devotion, and for celebrating with us. She is very, very happy today. She's gotten her two sisters, she's gotten her mom, she's gotten her aunt, she's gotten her cousins, and all the loved ones around us. You have made us so much, you have made us feel so very warm, so very happy. And I thank you all from the bottom of our hearts to make this all possible for us. And love, I want to tell you, our years have passed us for all the good and the bad things. But your wish and your joy today have pleased me so much. This puja that I did here, like I can do this every day in my life. I enjoy it so warmly with you in my side. I wish you all of the heavenly blessings with all your heart's desire. How you have prayed just with me. You have cooperated with just like me. You have devoted yourself in so many different ways to make this day possible. May all the heavenly blessings continue to guide you, protect you with good health, with love, with happiness, and a wonderful, wonderful future for many happy and wonderful years ahead. I love you, I love you, and I love you. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together again. And as per the request of our Vyashji, I'm not going to ask, but I'm going to hand the microphone over to the birthday celebrant.
Sitaram, to each and everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you. I am very pleased and very happy this morning. I woke up 6 o'clock. I showered. I went to my altar and I did my prayer. And I said, thank you, my dear Heavenly Mother and Father, for bless me this day that I can see my 70th birthday. Like Ram said, it was long planned, and I find it was the better time that I'm going to be celebrating my 70. We're going to do everything that we had promised. As we were exceeding in business and everything, I said, we have to thank the Lord one day for our blessings. And He said, whenever. First of all, feel very blessed today as I'm going to be celebrating my 70th birthday. First, I must thank the Heavenly Mother and Father for grant me life that I can see my 70th today. And I must say, fairly, by the grace of God, I'm in very good health. Thank you, Ma and Pa. Up there. Second, I would like to thank my earthly God, my mother. Without my mother, I don't know if I would have ever been here to do what I'm doing. Because in the good old days, we got the opportunity in 1982 to come to the United States of America. And we had 3 children. And we went to her. And I said, we asked her, Mom, we get an opportunity to go to the United States. Would you take care of our children? Because we wouldn't leave them with no one else than you? And she said, yes. She and my father said, yes, who is in the heavenly above. But she said one thing. She said, Betty, you and her are going to go. But one day, I must forget me children too. That at which time I had 5 siblings behind. I was the eldest. And I said, I promise you, Mom. And I fulfill that wish of her, that I get my family them here with us. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I love you. It's happened for her that Ram have her on the computer on Mother's Day and her birthday as a reminder. As soon as her birthday attempt, Mother's Day attempt, he get a reminder to send flowers for her. Thank you, Ma. I love you. I'm not there with you every day, but I speak with you and I know everything from our little sister, Rukmin. Thank you. Thank you. Next, I would like to thank Pandit Chris. Thank you. Thank you. We know you from since you were 11 years old through Pa. Pa, we met him when he came into this country. We did not have a pandit. And when we met him and he entered into our life, he bring pure joy and happiness in our homes and our children homes. We all christened with him as our godfather. And he treat us with love. As he will always say, God give me 4 sons. He didn't give me a daughter, but you are my daughter. I count you as my daughter. So after he passed away, we had Chris. Chris came, and to the younger children, them now, Pandit Chris is being dear godfather and godmother. So, Pandit Ji, thank you for doing an awesome job for us for the 3 days. Pandit Raj, thank you. To all the Pada Pandits, thank you all for cooperating with us, the musicians, my 3, like Uncle said, our 3 new daughter. Thank you, thank you. I don't know how you guys did it, but my puja would not have completed without the 3 of you putting it together. Thank you, thank you. Next, I would like to thank my love, my handsome, and my trophy husband, Mr. Ramlakan Singh. You are a very devotional person, a very loving, a very caring husband. I cannot stand here and said anything more than that. You are one of a kind that any wife would like to have as their husband. Very, very devoted to us. To his children, I cannot say. That's his breath. And now the grandchildren. And now the great grand. As most of you can see last night, they're coming and touching him and feeling him and want to hold his hand. Is pure love. Is pure love. And without you, we could have not built that. You have a lot of love in you, and you have a lot of unity in you, and you have peace, and you like that. Most of all, love. And I love you, baby. I promise you that if I have my last breath and you are side to me, I would not let a fly light on you. That's my promise. I will take care of you to my best. I love you. To my children, if each and any one of you want a coordinator and an organizer for a yatna, please contact Gita Babulal. She could, could not do a better coordinating and an organizer for this yatna, along with her 2 sisters, Sita Kumar and Marlene Singh. Thank you, my 3 girls. Thank you for your love, for your cooperation, and for everything. Geet, thank you. You did an awesome job with your sisters. There is nothing short, there's not, everything is Geet, 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 Geet. And you did it. And I never said I have 3 children. I always said I have 6 children. My 2 son-in-law and our son. They are not, the 2 boys are not my son-in-law. They are my son. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Kumar. And thank you, my son. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, baby. If anyone want to know, if anyone have something that may want to make parsad, please contact Anand. Me and he spinned 25 pound parsad yesterday. Very good in the parsad making. And to my grandchildren, you guys are every breath I breathe. I love you, baby. I love you. And to my great grandchildren, you all are my joy. You all are my wealth. You all are my happiness. God bless you. And God bless each and every one of you. All the girls them that help with the cooking and everything. Thank you, Kam. Thank you, Dam. Thank you, B. Thank you, Oma. Thank you all. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you and sit around. If I forget anyone, please forgive me.
Thank you very much, Mataji. There's a lot of love in this place, as you can see. Please give them a big round of applause. My dear brothers and sisters, we are wrapping things up very rapidly. Protocols, we will now proceed with, just hear me out for a minute, the Pushtak Yatra, that is the taking around the Sri Ram Charitamanas so that everybody can take blessings. That will flow into the concluding arti and then our concluding prayers. I want to let you know it's approximately 10 minutes to 1. Our Vyasji, immediately after this satsang, him and his family, they have to leave as soon as possible for Fort Lauderdale. As Jyoti calls again, he has to preside over a funeral tomorrow morning. That's an extended family of his and ours as well. And the viewing is tonight. So, as per the itinerary, he has to be in Fort Lauderdale by 5 p.m. He doesn't have a private jet. Therefore, he has to drive with his family. So I'll ask of you to please release him as soon as possible so he can get a quick cat nap, rejuvenate, and head out back to Fort Lauderdale in about 3 hours, a little bit over 3 hours drive. So I beg your forgiveness if he doesn't get the opportunity to indulge in conversations and meet and greet thereafter. So I ask of you to please stand, and the Shrotas, mom and dad, please come forward. Vyaji will respectfully place the Ramayana on mom's head. The children can also join, the grandchildren, and they will walk around the temple. Everybody will get an opportunity to take blessings from the Ramayana. They will bring the Ramayana back on the Vyas Gadhi, and that will lead into Arti. Harihi Om Rama Ramaya Bhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunataya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Om Nilang Bhujashang Malakomalangam Sita Samarupituvama Bhagam Padau Mahascha Ikachadu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham. As the Ramayana is coming around, all of you can stretch your palms and take blessings and allow it to flow very quickly, expeditiously, so that everybody gets an opportunity to go around outside. Panditji, how they're doing outside? No, no, right here. Like, right. Come.
Gentleman Bal and Uncle Harrow, please come and
I'll ask of you respectfully, as part of the request,
hold on a sec, hold on.
you will not touch physically the Ramayana, you'll just bow and take the blessings. So, Bhaiji here will lead mom and dad. You will bow, you'll do pranam to the Ramayana, and then that will be symbolic of your blessings, and then the Ramayana will come back. Om. There's a beautiful geet that describes the blessings of the Ramayana. Panditji will lead us in that, and then Aarti thereafter.
रामायण कथा हमको प्यारा प्यारा, रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा हो, रामायण कथा हमको प्यारा प्यारा, रामायण कथा सबको
So please don't touch the Ramayana physically, just bow and take your blessings, pranam of the Ramchatramanas.
धन्य हो रामायण महात्म जी को,
धन्य हो रामायण महात्म जी को,
धन्य हो रामायण महात्म जी को,
धन्य हो रामायण महात्म जी को।
पुत्र से पुत्र बनाए हमारा,
रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा,
ओ रामायण कथा
सबको प्यारा प्यारा, रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा।
पिता पुत्र का प्रेम दिखलाए,
पिता पुत्र का प्रेम दिखलाए,
पिता पुत्र का प्रेम दिखलाए,
पिता पुत्र का प्रेम दिखलाए।
साक्षी है राम भगवान
हमारा
रामायण कथा सबको
प्यारा,
हो,
रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा प्यारा, रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा।
भातृ प्रेम रामायण गावे,
भातृ प्रेम रामायण गावे,
भातृ प्रेम रामायण गावे,
भातृ प्रेम रामायण गावे।
साक्षी है लक्ष्मण भरत हमारा,
रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा,
हो,
रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा प्यारा, रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा।
पतिव्रता धर्म रामायण बतलाए,
पतिव्रता धर्म बतलाए,
पतिव्रता धर्म रामायण
पतिव्रता धर्म रामायण गावे।
साक्षी है अनुसूया सीता हमारा,
रामायण कथा
सबको प्यारा,
रामायण
कथा हमको प्यारा प्यारा, रामायण कथा सबको प्यारा।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलि कललित सिया बीके।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलि कललित सिया बीके।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलि आरती श्री रामायण
जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सिया बीके।
गावत ब्रह्मा दिक मुनि नारद, वाल्मीक विज्ञान विशारद। गावत
ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद, वाल्मीक विज्ञान विशारद।
सुख सनकादि शेष और सारद, वरनि पवन सुत कीरति नीति। आरती श्री
रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सिया बीके।
गावत वेद पुराणे अष्टदश जहु शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन को रस गावत वेद
पुराण अष्टदश चाहु शास्त्र सब क्रमतन को रस
पुरी जन जन संतन को सरस सार समत सब ही की
आरती श्री रामायण जी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की
आरती श्री रामायण
रामायण जी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की
गावत संतन शंभु भवानी अरुकत संभव मुनि विज्ञानी
गावत संतत शंभु भवानी अरुखट संभव मुनि विज्ञानी
व्यास आदि कवि बरज बखानी काग वसुंती गरुज के ही
आरती श्री रामायण जी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की
आरती श्री रामायण
जी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की
राम 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 बोलो राम राम राम
राम राम राम बोलो राम राम राम
राम राम राम बोलो राम राम
राम राम राम बोलो राम राम
राम
राम
राम राम बोलो राम राम
राम राम राम बोलो राम राम राम
ओ राम 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 बोलो
राम 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 बोलो राम राम राम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
जय जय रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे तू
सीताराम 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 भज प्यारे तू सीताराम
जय जय रघुपति राघव
राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय जय रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
ओ पतित पावन सीताराम
ओ पतित पावन सीताराम
पतित पावन सीताराम
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय गीतशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयपुमान् विष्णोपदमवाप्नोति अयशोकदिवर्जिता गीता जयन्शीलस्य प्राणायं परस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च शान्ताकारं भुजक्षयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गनं मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसं जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताभासि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनं गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किं नैह शास्त्रविस्त्रैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य
मुखपद्माद्विनिश्रिताः भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णुर्वक्त्रदिविंश्रितं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म वा विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दन पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भुक्ता दुग्धं गीतम् अमृतं महात् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रं गीतमेको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्र तस्य नामानि यानि कर्म पायेकं तस्य देवाय च
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव
त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं
ततस्तमे
बार बार भरमांगो हर्ष देव हर सरोजन पावनी भक्ति सदा सतसंग सिया बजुराम चंद्र
की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की
ओम द्यौ शांति अंतरिक्ष शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपा शांति औषधय शांति वनस्पत्य शांति विश्वदेव शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वं शांति शांतिरेवा शांति सामः शांति रिद्धि शांति सुशांति भवतु विश्वानि देव सवितर्दूरतानि परस्वाः यद्भद्रं
प्रयासोवा
मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय You prostrate. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा
गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा
गुरुर्साक्षात् परं
ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः
हरि ओम शांति
शांति शांति हरि ओम
उमापति
महादेव की जय
सिया भजुराम
चंद्र की जय
पवन सुत
हनुमान की जय
बोले सब संतन की जय जय प्रेम से बोलो सनातन धर्म की हर हर नम पार्वती पते ओम हर हर
हर महादेव
कैलाश पर्वत शिव शंकर भगवान की
की जय
थैंक यू ऑल जय जय
न जानामि विसर्जनम पूजां च जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरः. Devotees all, please put your hands together for Pandit Dhruv. I am so proud of this young man. I'm very happy for him, and this yajna will go down in the history for him because yesterday, for the second time, the first time would have been for his Upanayan, but yesterday, for the first time, he actually wore a tied dhoti. And we had a deal, right? We had a deal. And he promised that he's going to wear his dhoti now almost every time he goes to mandir. Almost every time, not every time. And when he reaches 13, then he'll wear it every time. So we have a little deal going on. So please give him a big round of applause. We are very, very proud of him. And the MVP of these 3 sessions was Rudrav. Rudrav was not a young, this is a blessed child, Rudrav. He, he shares a very positive energy. So we'll turn it over to the Kirtan Mandi for one Kirtan, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
So I'm just gonna ask that this area here, if it could just be cleared, so if we could just have everyone just shift to the 2 sides, that'll be great. And at this time, I'm gonna ask Pandit Ishwar to sing us a special song. Like we mentioned before, my grandmother is a woman of not many luxuries. She doesn't like the expensive. I know she's very blinged out today, but that was at the request of all of her children and grandchildren. But she doesn't like the luxurious things. She just likes the simple things in life. So, Grom, we just have something small to offer to you.
One, two. To the musicians, D sharp, I will sing in, please. And the immediate family is called up to the front for the garlanding for Mataji. D sharp. सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय मां जय मां जय मां जय मां उसको नहीं देखा हम कभी उसको नहीं देखा हम कभी पर उसकी जरूरत क्या होगी ऐ माँ तेरी सूरत सी अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी पर उसकी जरूरत क्या होगी ऐ माँ तेरी सूरत सी अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी उसको नहीं देखा हम कभी इंसान को क्या देवता भी आंचल में पले तेरी है स्वर्ग सी दुनिया में, कदमों की तले तेरी। इंसान तो क्या देवता भी आंचल में पले तेरी है स्वर्ग सी दुनिया में, कदमों की तले तेरी। ममता ही लुटाए जिसकी नयन, ममता ही लुटाए जिसकी नयन, ऐसी कोई मूरत क्या होगी ऐ माँ तेरी सूरत सी अलग, भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी। आ जय माँ। क्यों धूप जलाए दुखों की, क्यों गम की घटा बरसे, ये हाथ दुआओं वाली रहते हैं सदा परस पे। क्यों धूप जलाए दुखों की, क्यों गम की घटा बरसे, ये हाथ दुआओं वाली रहते हैं सदा सर पे। तू है तो अंधेरे पथ में हमें, तू है तो अंधेरे पथ में हमें, सूरज की जरूरत क्या होगी ऐ माँ तेरी सूरत सी अलग, भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी, पर उसकी जरूरत क्या होगी ऐ माँ तेरी सूरत सी अलग, भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी। Happy birthday to you, Mataji. All of us. May Bhagwan bless you always.
At this time, we are wrapping up, but I just ask everyone to please be seated. You all will get an opportunity to come and meet Grom and take photos with her. But at this time, so at this time, the youngest grandchild, Gabriella, has a little special performance for her grandmother this evening. So I ask everyone to please stay seated and enjoy this special performance from Gabriella Babulal.
का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आंखों का तारा
वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आँखों का तारा
मन ही मन क्यों जले राधिका मोहन तो है सबका प्यारा
मन ही मन क्यों जले राधिका मोहन तो है सबका प्यारा
वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आंखों का तारा जमुना तट पर नंद कलाला जब जब रास रचाए रे जमुना तट पर नंद कलाला जब जब रास रचाए रे
तन मन डोले कान्हा ऐसी बंसी मधुर बजाए रे सुध बुध फूली खड़ी गोपियाँ जाने कैसा जादू डारा
वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आंखों का तारा रंग सलोना ऐसा जैसे छाई हो खट सावन की रंग सलोना ऐसा जैसे छाई हो खट सावन की
तेरी मैं तो हुई दीवानी मनमोहन मन भावन की तेरे कारण देख सांवरे छोड़ दिया मैंने जब सारा
वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आंखों का तारा मन ही मन क्यों जले राधिका मोहन तो है सबका प्यारा वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आंखों का तारा
Please make some noise for Gabby. And Rudra. Our little Krishna here tonight. So at this time, we do have a little cake for my grandmother. If anybody would like to stay and see the cake cutting, you're more than welcome. If you are hungry, we do understand. You'll be exiting out through the exit doors. RT and Panchamrit will be served there as well. And you'll make a right and you'll go all the way down, and they're going to be serving food outside. It'll be buffet style, okay?
It's on.
No, keep that, Drew, keep that. It's on?
Mataji, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you a happy, happy, happy birthday. And may Bhagwan shower His choicest blessings upon you. I would like to dedicate this song for your birthday, and I hope you enjoy it. Rajinder Jim Jim Jum Chanana Nana Nazir Chanana Nana Nazir
चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे राजिंदर जी मजी मजू राजिंदर जी मजी मजू चानना ना 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 नाजिर चानना ना 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 नाजिर चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे राजिंदर जी मजी मजू ओ गावे गुण गंजर बाजे चाना ना 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 नाजिर हो गावे गुण गंजर बाजे चाना ना 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 नाजिर गावे गुण गंजर बाजे गावे गुण गंजर बाजे चाना ना 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 नाजिर गावे गुण गंजर बाजे चाना ना 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 नाजिर सारे गामा पार गावे को सुनाए हे सारे गामा पारा निसा गावे को सुनाए हे राजिंदर जी मजी मजू राजिंदर जी मजी मजू चानना ना 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 नाजिर चानना ना 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 नाजिर चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे पंडितने गावे जुमा चाना ना 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 नाजिर ओ पंडितने गावे जुमा चाना ना 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 नाजिर पंडितने गावे जुमा पंडितने गावे जुमा चाना ना 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 नाजिर पंडितने गावे जुमा चाना ना 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 नाजिर सारे गामा वीर बैठे गावे को सुनाए हे सारे गामा वीर बैठे गावे को सुनाए हे राजिंदर जी मजी मजू राजिंदर जी मजी मजू चाना ना 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 नाजिर चाना ना 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 नाजिर चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे चतुरंग करे रसू रंग को सुनाए हे Happy birthday to you. Many more to come in the future.
I would like to wish my cousin a very happy 70th birthday. May all the Bhagwan continue to bless you and help you in your everything. And I'll sing a two line. तेरा आज सनम जिन तुमको मुबारक हो तेरा आज कनम जिन तुमको मुबारक हो ला 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 मजन तुमको मुबारक हो, तेरा जी सनम मजन तुमको मुबारक हो। डोल करे न आज जगत में तूने दिन का सच्चा, न रहा जनबाज जगत में तूरत जा से रक्षा। अड़ी जगत में चढ़ दियाला, चढ़ी जगत में चढ़ लियाला, आतसी हन्नता तेरा हाजी का नमजन तुमको मुबारक हो, तेरा जी का नमजन तुमको मुबारक हो। ला 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 ला, तेरा जी का नमजन तुमको मुबारक हो, तेरा जी का नमजन तुमको मुबारक हो, तेरा जी का नमजन तुमको मुबारक हो। बार बार बिन ये आए, बार बार जिन्हें गाए, पूछिए नजारों का ते मेरी है आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Thelma, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Thelma, happy birthday to you.
चौखट पे चल के आज चारों धाम आए हैं, बजाओ ढोल स्वागत में मेरे घर राम आए हैं। कथा शब्द